TikTok user, you may have noticed something people do quite frequently when they're speaking on here, and it's all in the hands. Some people are noticing this prevalence of an exaggerated and sometimes very unnatural hand movements that people use when they're talking on TikTok. And here's an example right here. This one she called the stop scrolling. Of course, we know this one. We all know this one, of course. There's also the nail ASMR popularity, and generally just speaking very animatedly with your hands to make a point.
Charles and Keith. I have a couple of bags and shoes from Charles and Keith, and they are all so cool. No one else is going to be wearing them. These bags.
Like, there's moments where I'll like tap into consciousness and realize, okay, I'm actually here, and then boom, I'm gone again.
Before I explain why I think this strange trend is taken off on TikTok, I do have to call out culture and the fact that some cultures just speak with their hands. I happen to belong to one of them as an Italian American, and I have cousins and family members in Italy who can do things with their hands that would blow your mind linguistically. So aside from culture, I think TikTok hand gestures or influencer fingers can all be attributed to people spending a lot more time than they ever have before communicating to others while watching themselves do it in their cameras on a screen in front of them. People spend a lot of time talking at the camera and watching, and that has weirdly brought our hands into the conversation as like a nonverbal communication cue. If you think about it, it does make sense. I mean, we're in a new generation where people are emoting, having monologues, having conversations, storytelling, story timing with themselves, and it's kind of weird to just sit here and talk into the camera dry. It doesn't surprise me that people of a younger generation or even social media marketing types encourage motion to happen on screen while you're talking because the lack of it might feel weird. And yes, we don't always speak with our hands in person when we're having a conversation with another, but when it's all on camera, it might feel appropriate to add a little visual dynamic like this influencer scream that you see here. For some reason on camera, when it's just you on screen, I get it. Punching up visuals with a little bit of motion, a little extra emphasis, gestures is very dynamic, catchy, and obviously contagious. I may be guilty of this myself a little bit. What do you guys think? At the end of the day, social media has become entertainment, and therefore what we do on here is a performance. And I do think that's why hand talking is having a moment right now.